Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift? Maybe it was heavy, tense, or even chaotic. Or maybe it was light, peaceful, and uplifting. We've all felt it. Energy is powerful, and it's everywhere. But here's the thing, the energy we carry and the energy we're surrounded by directly shapes our lives. High vibrational people, the ones who radiate calm, joy, and purpose, seem to move through life differently. It's not luck, and it's not something magical. It's a practice. They've mastered the art of protecting their energy, raising their vibration, and avoiding the things that drag them down. And today, we're going to dive deep into the top 7 things high vibrational people avoid at all costs. Now, before we get into it, let's break this down. What does it even mean to have a high vibration? We're not just talking about feeling good or being positive all the time. It's deeper than that. Your vibration is the frequency of your energy. When you're in a high vibrational state, you feel aligned, expansive, and connected to something greater than yourself. You're operating from love, gratitude, and inner peace. But when your vibration is low, you feel disconnected, stuck, and heavy. You operate from fear, anger, or lack. The goal isn't to avoid low vibrations completely. They're part of the human experience, but to consciously choose to rise above them. And that starts with awareness.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
So, let's talk about the first thing high vibrational people absolutely avoid: toxic relationships. Have you ever spent time with someone who leaves you feeling drained, anxious, or small? These are the people who constantly complain, criticize, or project their negativity onto you. They're not bad people, but their energy can weigh you down like an anchor. High vibrational people know this, and they set boundaries. They don't allow themselves to be consumed by someone else's chaos. Instead, they surround themselves with people who uplift, inspire, and support their growth. And here's the truth: sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and the other person is to create space. Because when you let go of relationships that no longer serve you, you make room for connections that align with your higher self. But that's just the beginning. The second thing high vibrational people avoid is constant negativity. And I don't just mean negative people, I mean negative habits, negative environments, and even negative thoughts. Think about it. How often do you focus on what's wrong instead of what's right? How often do you let worry or doubt consume your mind? Negativity is like a magnet for low vibrations, and it can quickly spiral out of control. High vibrational people practice mindfulness. They consciously choose what they consume, whether it's the news, social media, or even the stories they tell themselves. They're not in denial about the challenges of life, but they don't dwell on them either. Instead, they focus on solutions, gratitude, and possibilities. Because here's the secret: what you focus on expands. If you want to raise your vibration, you have to shift your focus. Now, let's get even deeper. The third thing high vibrational people avoid is holding on to the past. This one's big. How many of us carry around the weight of old wounds, regrets, or grudges? It's like walking through life with a heavy backpack. You can't move forward because you're stuck in the pain of what's already happened. High vibrational people know that the past is a teacher, not a prison. They take the lessons, they forgive, and they let go. Forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened, it's about freeing yourself from the chains of resentment. And letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means releasing the emotional charge so you can move on. Ask yourself, what are you still holding on to? And more importantly, is it worth your peace? The fourth thing they avoid is inauthenticity. High vibrational people don't pretend to be something they're not. They don't wear masks to fit in or seek approval from others. Why? Because authenticity is the foundation of a high vibration. When you're true to yourself, when you speak your truth, follow your passions, and honor your values, you align with your highest frequency. But when you're fake, when you betray yourself to please others, your energy becomes fragmented. You feel disconnected and drained. So, here's the question: are you living in alignment with who you truly are, or are you living for others' expectations? Remember, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. And that's just the first layer. We're only scratching the surface of what high vibrational people avoid. If you're ready to dive even deeper into the remaining truths and how they apply to your life, ask me to continue. Because what comes next will shift your perspective forever. We've already begun to uncover some of the key things that high vibrational people avoid, and now it's time to take this deeper into the traps that most people fall into without even realizing it. These are the subtle, often hidden forces that slowly drain your energy and keep you stuck in lower vibrations. High vibrational people know these traps well, and they make a conscious effort to avoid them at all costs. Why? Because they understand that energy is everything. What you allow into your life, both consciously and unconsciously, shapes your reality. So let's continue peeling back the layers of what it means to protect and elevate your vibration. The fifth thing high vibrational people avoid is toxic self-talk. Now, we've all been there. You make a mistake, and suddenly your inner voice starts tearing you apart. I'm so stupid. I'll never get it right. What's wrong with me? But here's the truth: your mind is always listening. Every word you say to yourself becomes part of your identity. Toxic self-talk is like planting weeds in your mental garden. It chokes out the positive, empowering beliefs that could otherwise flourish. High vibrational people are incredibly mindful of the way they speak to themselves. They replace self-criticism with self-compassion. Instead of saying, "I'm a failure," they say, "I'm learning." Instead of saying, "I can't do this," they say, "I'm growing stronger every day." But this isn't about faking positivity or ignoring your emotions. It's about choosing thoughts that align with the truth of who you are. You are not your mistakes. You are not your flaws. You are a soul having a human experience, and every experience, good or bad, is part of your growth. So ask yourself, if you spoke to a friend the way you speak to yourself, would they feel loved? Would they feel supported? If not, it's time to rewrite the story you tell yourself. The sixth thing high vibrational people avoid is overconsumption. And I'm not just talking about material things, though that's certainly part of it. Overconsumption can take many forms: binge-watching TV, overeating, scrolling endlessly on social media, or even working too much. It's when you try to fill an inner void with external distractions. But here's the thing: no amount of stuff can ever truly satisfy your soul. High vibrational people understand that overconsumption is a symptom of disconnection. It's what happens when you're out of alignment with your higher self, and you try to numb the discomfort by consuming more. The solution? Simplicity, presence. Instead of reaching for another distraction, high vibrational people turn inward. They meditate, journal, or simply sit in stillness. They reconnect with their inner world instead of constantly chasing the external. And here's the profound truth: when you cultivate inner peace, you stop needing to consume your way to happiness. You realize that everything you're searching for, fulfillment, joy, love, already exists within you. So, ask yourself, what are you consuming to avoid feeling? And what might happen if you let yourself feel it instead? The seventh thing high vibrational people avoid is resistance to change. Let's be real, change is uncomfortable. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and it often feels like losing control. But here's the paradox: the more you resist change, the more you suffer. High vibrational people embrace change because they understand that it's not just inevitable, it's essential. Change is how we grow, how we evolve, how we shed the old to make space for the new. Imagine a caterpillar resisting the process of becoming a butterfly. It would never experience the freedom of flight. So, what are you resisting in your life right now? Is it a relationship that's no longer serving you? A job that's draining your soul? A version of yourself that you've outgrown? High vibrational people lean into the discomfort of change because they trust that it's leading them toward their highest good. They see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for transformation. They ask themselves, what is this moment trying to teach me? How can I grow from this? And in doing so, they flow with life instead of fighting against it. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I begin to embody these practices in my own life? How do I stop resisting change, let go of toxic self-talk, and break free from overconsumption? The answer lies in awareness. You can't shift what you're not aware of. So start noticing. Notice when your inner voice becomes harsh. Notice when you're numbing yourself with distractions. Notice when you're clinging to old patterns out of fear. Awareness is the first step to transformation. Now that we've uncovered the 7 things high vibrational people avoid, it's time to address a deeper question. How do you protect your vibration in a world that's constantly pulling you in different directions? Life is noisy. The demands of daily living, the chaos of the modern world, and the endless stream of external influences can feel overwhelming. Even when you know what to avoid, staying in a high vibrational state requires conscious effort. It's not about isolating yourself or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about mastering your energy so you can navigate life with clarity, strength, and grace. Let's begin with this: your energy is sacred. Everything you do, every interaction you have, and every thought you entertain affects your energetic field. High vibrational people understand this at a fundamental level, and they're fiercely protective of their energy. They don't allow just anyone or anything to take up space in their inner world. So let me ask you, are you guarding your energy? Or are you giving it away to people, situations, and habits that don't serve you? One of the most powerful ways to protect your vibration is through discernment. High vibrational people are incredibly discerning about where they place their focus. They don't say yes to everything. They don't engage in gossip, drama, or meaningless distractions. Why? Because they know that energy flows where attention goes. If you're constantly focusing on negativity, chaos, or things you can't control, you're feeding those energies. But when you focus on what uplifts you, whether it's gratitude, creativity, or meaningful connections, you amplify those energies instead. So here's a practice for you. Start being intentional with your focus. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy, before reacting or engaging? If it doesn't align with your highest good, let it go. This isn't about being cold or detached. It's about honoring your energy as the precious resource it is. Remember, every time you say no to something that drains you, you're saying yes to your inner peace. Another key to protecting your vibration is cleansing your energy. Think about it, you wouldn't go days without showering, right? So why let your energetic field accumulate negativity without cleansing it? High vibrational people make energy clearing a regular practice. This can take many forms: meditation, breathwork, salt baths, or even spending time in nature. Nature is one of the most powerful healers. It grounds you, clears your energy, and reconnects you to the Earth's natural rhythms. When was the last time you walked barefoot on the grass or simply sat under a tree? These simple acts can be profoundly restorative. But here's something even deeper. High vibrational people don't just cleanse their energy, they also fortify it. They strengthen their energetic boundaries so they're less affected by external influences. One powerful way to do this is through visualization. Picture yourself surrounded by a golden light, a protective bubble that shields you from negativity while allowing love and positivity to flow in. This isn't just an imaginative exercise, it's a way of signaling to your subconscious mind that you are safe and protected. Now let's talk about one of the biggest challenges to maintaining a high vibration: emotional triggers. We all have them, those moments when something or someone pushes your buttons and pulls you into a reactive state. Maybe it's a rude comment, a frustrating situation, or even an old wound being reopened. High vibrational people aren't immune to triggers, but they've mastered the art of responding rather than reacting. They pause, they breathe, they ask themselves, what is this teaching me, instead of immediately lashing out or spiraling into negativity. This is where emotional alchemy comes in. When you're triggered, you have two choices: let the emotion control you, or use it as fuel for transformation. High vibrational people choose the latter. They feel the emotion fully, whether it's anger, sadness, or frustration, but they don't let it consume them. Instead, they channel it into something constructive. They journal, meditate, or create. They turn pain into wisdom, anger into passion, and fear into courage. And in doing so, they transmute low vibrations into high ones. But there's an even more profound truth here. High vibrational people don't just protect their energy, they radiate it. They understand that their vibration isn't just for themselves, it's a gift to the world. When you operate from a high vibration, you naturally uplift those around you. Your energy becomes a beacon of light, creating ripples of positivity wherever you go. This is why high vibrational people prioritize their well-being, not out of selfishness, but because they know that their inner state affects the collective. So let me ask you this: what kind of energy are you putting out into the world? Are you radiating love, peace, and authenticity? Or are you unconsciously spreading fear, judgment, or doubt? The answer to this question matters not just for your own vibration, but for the energy of everyone you touch. Protecting your vibration isn't about perfection. It's not about never getting triggered or never feeling low. It's about making a conscious choice again and again to return to your center, to honor your energy, to choose love over fear, light over darkness. And in doing so, you become the master of your energy and the creator of your reality. We've come to the final truth, the one that ties everything together. Let's face it, the world can be chaotic. It's unpredictable, full of storms, emotional, societal, personal. The noise of negativity, fear, and distraction is everywhere, constantly pulling us in different directions. And yet, amidst all of this, there are those rare individuals who seem untouched by the storm. These are the high vibrational people who radiate peace, love, and strength, no matter what's happening around them. They are the lighthouses. They don't run from the darkness, they guide themselves and others through it. And the ultimate key to becoming that lighthouse is understanding this simple truth: your vibration is your responsibility. Read that again. Let it sink in. Because here's the thing, no one else can raise your vibration for you. No external circumstance, no achievement, no person can give you lasting peace or joy. And on the flip side, No external force can lower your vibration unless you allow it. You are the creator of your inner world. This realization is both freeing and challenging because it puts the power and the responsibility squarely in your hands. So let me ask you, are you willing to take full responsibility for your energy, your emotions, your state of being? Are you ready to step into the role of the creator of your life? The first step to becoming a lighthouse is mastering your inner world. High vibrational people understand that the external world is a reflection of what's happening inside. If you're consumed by anger, fear, or self-doubt, you'll see a world filled with those things. But when you cultivate peace, gratitude, and love within, the world begins to mirror that back to you. This isn't some abstract spiritual idea, it's a practical truth. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions shape your reality. So, ask yourself, what kind of energy are you projecting into the world? And is it aligned with the life you want to create? One of the most powerful ways to master your inner world is through daily alignment. High vibrational people don't leave their energy to chance. They understand that how they begin their day sets the tone for everything that follows. That's why they make it a priority to ground themselves in practices that align them with their higher self. This could be meditation, journaling, breathwork, or simply spending a few moments in gratitude. The key isn't what you do, it's the intention behind it. Consistency is what matters. Just as you wouldn't skip brushing your teeth, don't neglect your energetic hygiene, because when you start your day in alignment, you become less reactive to the chaos around you. You create a solid foundation that allows you to stay centered, no matter what life throws your way. But becoming a lighthouse isn't just about protecting your energy, it's about sharing it. Think about the most uplifting person you've ever met. Maybe it was their smile, their calm presence, or the way they made you feel seen and understood. High vibrational people have this effect on others, not because they're perfect, but because they've cultivated a deep sense of authenticity and compassion. They've done the inner work, and their energy naturally uplifts those around them. And here's the beautiful part, you have that same power. When you operate from a high vibration, you don't just transform your own life, you create ripples of positivity that impact everyone you encounter. Now, let's address one of the greatest challenges to maintaining a high vibration: emotional triggers. No matter how much inner work you've done, there will always be moments when something or someone pushes your buttons, when anger flares up, or old wounds are reopened. High vibrational people aren't immune to this, they're human, just like you. The difference is how they respond. Instead of reacting impulsively, they pause. They take a breath. They observe the emotion without judgment and ask themselves, what is this teaching me? This simple act of awareness creates space between the trigger and their response. And in that space lies the power to choose a higher path. This is where emotional alchemy comes in. High vibrational people know that every emotion, even the difficult ones, carries a gift. Anger can fuel courage. Sadness can deepen your empathy. Fear can reveal where you're ready to grow. Instead of suppressing these emotions or letting them take over, they transmute them into something constructive. They journal, meditate, or channel the energy into creative expression. In doing so, they turn low vibrations into high ones. And this is a skill you can cultivate too. The next time you're triggered, instead of reacting, pause and ask yourself, how can I use this energy for growth? But let's take this even deeper. High vibrational people don't just focus on what they avoid or what they protect, they focus on what they radiate. They understand that their energy isn't just for themselves, it's a gift to the world. When you operate from a space of love, peace, and authenticity, you naturally inspire others to do the same. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect or always have it together. It's about showing up as your true self, embracing your humanity, and holding space for others to do the same. When you become a lighthouse, you don't just guide others, you remind them of their own light. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I consistently embody this energy? How do I stay aligned when life is so unpredictable? The answer lies in one word: love. Love is the highest vibration there is. And love isn't just an emotion, it's a choice. It's choosing to see the good in people, even when it's hard. It's choosing kindness over judgment, courage over fear, and compassion over resentment. Love doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior or denying your boundaries. It means operating with an open heart, even in the face of challenges. When you anchor yourself in love, you become unshakable. You become the lighthouse in the storm. So let me leave you with this: becoming a high vibrational being isn't about escaping the storms of life, it's about learning to sail through them with grace. It's about showing up again and again as the truest version of yourself. The highs, the lows, the beauty, the pain, it's all part of the journey. High vibrational people don't strive for perfection, they strive for presence. And when they fall out of alignment, they don't judge themselves. They simply return to their center over and over again. The world needs more lighthouses. The world needs your light. So, I'll ask you one final question. Are you ready to rise above the storms and shine? The choice has always been yours.